Good day, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to Film Famous. In today's video, we are going to discuss some of the cast members of My £600 Life who couldn't say no to food. Without wasting much time, let's get into the content, guys. Alicia Kurgan, Season 6, Episode 3. Alicia Kurgan appeared on My £600 Life in its 6th season on Episode 3 back in 2018. The 32-year-old was weighing around 622 pounds when she was featured on the show. Alicia was a loving girlfriend and also a doting aunt. But the issues that left her concerned was her addiction to food, which she believed might get in the way of enjoying her meaningful relationship in life. After all these, Alicia felt her health complications would overwhelm her, and her beloved boyfriend Tim Carter was going to leave her, so she decided it was time to change the course of her life. Alicia Kurgan developed her addiction to food at the early stages of her childhood, but it was due to a traumatic childhood. When Alicia was young, she watched her parents turn their home into a battleground. The fight between her parents was always violent. Alicia's father struggled with alcoholism. He would always have an intense squabble with her mother. This continuous act allowed Alicia's grandmother to step up to the plate and take care of Alicia. According to Alicia, and I quote, "When my parents would fight, she, her grandmother, would try to distract me with ice cream, and I remember how it made me feel better. So sugar became the thing in my life that would make me feel better when I was sad or upset," Alicia concluded. Allowing food to be a coping mechanism also has its major downsides. Things went overboard that by the time Alicia clocked age 7, she weighed over 160 pounds. Even her mother never made things easy for her. She, her mother, does nothing but scream at Alicia's food habits. And if there's one thing sure about those who use food as a coping mechanism, they go back to food in the slightest form of provocation. Notwithstanding the fact that the provocation was related to eating habits and things always go worse. This also happened with Alicia. By the time Alicia clocked 10 years of age, she weighed 200 pounds. Then, from that moment on, her life spiraled out of control. When Alicia and Tim, her boyfriend, decided to get married but couldn't due to Alicia's size, Alicia felt the need to get better and back on her feet. This also added to the fact of her being anxious in public, all thanks to her physical appearance, which she wasn't proud of. Alicia decided it was time to meet Dr. Now to help her with her weight loss journey. Dr. Now put her under his program for strict weight loss. Although Alicia struggled a lot trying to keep up with the pace of everything, Tim, her boyfriend, remained stuck to her side the whole time, encouraging her, pushing her, and giving her the support she needed. At the end of Alicia's first episode, she lost a mind-blowing weight of 168 pounds, which brought her down to the size of 436 pounds. Alicia was also approved for gastric bypass surgery in 2018. By the time Alicia was featured in her follow-up episode on the show, Where Are They Now?, approximately a year after the first one was aired, Alicia weighed in around 260 pounds. This meant she lost a total number of 366 pounds. Her transformation was a surprise to everyone. Alicia revealed to the show, "I'm feeling more independent than ever, and I'm starting to figure out who I am and all the things that I want out of life, so I couldn't be happier." According to her, she continues her fitness journey to this day, aiming to achieve even greater goals. Alicia always updates her fans with her workout videos and posts. Tanisha Cleveland, Season 5, Episode 10. Tanisha Cleveland was first featured on the show's Season 5 in its 10th episode. Tanisha was 32 years old at that time, and she hailed from Silsbee in Texas. She gained over 100 pounds after the death of her mother, but Tanisha's eating problems began during her childhood. Tanisha's mother had a great struggle with addiction to both drugs and alcohol. At that time, her mother had a violent addict boyfriend who often took his anger out on young Tanisha. According to Tanisha, she was moved to her grandparents' house and she was happy. But her happiness was short-lived as her grandfather molested her. This led her to turn to food for peace of mind, as she got that no one could hurt her while she was eating. After a while, Tanisha went back home to her mother, and things never changed as her mother had so many boyfriends. And it got worse when one of them also molested her, and she began to feel like she could not control who touched her. At the time Tanisha joined the show, she weighed around 433 pounds. Before Tanisha began her journey with Dr. Now, she relied on her daughters to do things, but it was visible that she was afraid due to the fact that her mother died of obesity. Not wanting to meet the exact same fate as her mother, Tanisha tried to be better and make the changes needed. Tanisha lost 11 pounds, but she quit the program when her husband Troy divorced her. Tanisha turned to the comfort of food once again when she found out she added 10 pounds, but she was convinced to go back into the program and seek Dr. Now's help. Tanisha followed through the routine of Dr. Now with his exercises, and she managed to shed over 119 pounds and was approved for surgery. According to the post Tanisha had dropped in her bio on her social media pages, it shows clearly she is making the positive changes needed. Although Tanisha's profile on social media doesn't show much of the things she has been up to recently, you can check out the post she made back in 2017. Her most recent post is on Facebook. Tanisha posted the image on the 22nd of January 2020, and it shows her progress of her weight loss through the image of her face. It shows clearly that Tanisha has developed the things she needs to pull through her journey. Maya Radonovich. Maya was one of the most controversial people on My 600 Pound Life that left viewers really upset with her. Maya Radonovich, a 33-year-old woman from Portland, Oregon, her episode was aired on Season 7, Episode 8. When she was featured on the show, Maya weighed in at 689 pounds. Maya was bullied for her weight for when she was young, but what propelled her eating habits further was the divorce of her parents. This strained the relationship she and her mother had. She described it as feeling lonely and unloved. Maya turned to food excessively, that by the time she got to high school, Maya weighed very close to 300 pounds and added an additional 100 pounds by the time she graduated high school. At 24, Maya started working in a fast food restaurant. This gave her easy access to fattening food, which undoubtedly added to her weight gain. Maya began the journey with her boyfriend Christian, who supported her till the time he left her due to her constant bickering, hurling insults and blames that he was the reason Maya wasn't able to get her weight down. With a diagnosis of lymphedema, Maya's health was worsening, and she was increasingly struggling to cope with the normal activities of day-to-day life. Desperate to lose weight, regain her health, and start a family with her now boyfriend Christian, Maya decided to embark on a life-changing weight loss program with Dr. Now. Later on, Dr. Now disapproved her for surgery. As the show went on, it slowly came to light that Christian was already at the edge, on the verge of giving up. The fact that she wasn't able to accept her habit and blamed it entirely on someone who was giving it his all to help her through her journey. The denial made the viewers of the show completely disappointed, and to top it all off, Maya called her mother to complain about Christian, who was looking half gone, and here's the reason they cancelled the weight loss surgery.
Oh, you're costing me my weight loss surgery and you're ruining everything! Mom, Christian's everything up at the doctor's office.
Well folks, that will be all on today's video. If you're on the channel, I do hope you enjoy it, and if you did, be sure to drop a massive like down below and tell me your thoughts. Let us know who you think might be the most food-craving cast member on the comment section below. You can turn on the notification bell to get instant access to our latest content. Have a good one, guys!